So, NXT Takeover has made its way to New Orleans on WrestleMania weekend. And while I did not get to make the show itself, I did watch it while I was in the hotel. And I have to say that the NXT brand has definitely, in my opinion, created a better product than the main roster. Um, this show did not disappoint. It was just a little, almost about 3 hour mark, but it was five solid matches, and I have to say that every single one of the matches impressed me from beginning to end. So let's do a quick recap, and I'll go over my particular opinions on each of the matches. So here we go. So first up, we have the six-man ladder match with EC3, Adam Cole, the Velveteen Dream, Ricochet, and the two other guys. I honestly don't remember their names, but I will not deny it was Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane. I apologize for forgetting their names, but anyway, if you saw my NXT Takeover prediction video, this did not disappoint. These guys are phenomenal athletes, and I use that term exclusively for these guys because these guys are in incredible shape and they performed some of the most mind-numbingly stunts on this particular ladder match. And I mean, it went on for about forever. I mean, it was like 30, 45 minutes this particular match, and these guys just they brought down the house. It was the very first match of the night, and I could have gone to the show, watched this match, and gone straight home and thought I had spent well enough just for this one show, this one match. If I had missed the rest of the show, I would not have been disappointed because these guys brought the house down. So I think the winner was Adam Cole, if I remember correctly, and it could have been any one of them, but this was for I guess it was the North American NXT Championship, the inaugural match for it, and it was phenomenal. Adam Cole deserved it. It was awesome. If you haven't had a chance to see it, by all means, sign up for the WWE Network or find a friend who has an account and steal it, or just basically ask for his username and password and watch this match. You will not be disappointed. So, for the second match of the night was for the NXT Women's Championship match between Shayna Baszler and Ember Moon. And as I predicted, I thought Shayna would win simply because Ember Moon has been with NXT for almost 2 years now, if not a little bit over a year. And I know she's been champion for quite a while. And I knew it was about time for her to move up to the main roster. So, in typical fashion, they have the champion lose. I know they didn't do that with Oscar, but she's a different beast. Anyway, so this match was pretty solid. Nothing too spectacular here. I think Shayna herself is still a little rough around the edges, but it was a good, solid match and ended predictably. And I think Shayna will be a decent women's champion. I think she could put on some good quality matches. She can spend a little bit more time at NXT, getting more of the fine points down, and I think once she comes up to the main roster, she'll be a heck of a force. So next was the NXT Tag Team Championship Triple Threat match between the undisputed ERA and Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne and the Authors of Pain. So Adam Cole and the other guy already had the championships, and I knew the Authors of Pain was also going to get the call up to the main rosters. They've put on quality work for quite a bit of time now, so I think it was well past their time to move up to the main roster. So, as I predicted, I didn't think this championship was going to change at all, and it was a very good match for all three of these guys. Now, I won't go to too much of spoiler territory here, but there was a bit of a swerve at the end. and I thought it was good for the storyline. You got to have these things in wrestling, and I have to say it was a decent match. Definitely not the number one of the match because we had the 6-man ladder match was by all means a very top notch match, and the other two coming up, which they were great as well. So unfortunately, I mean this is like calling you know a 4-star match a bad match, but when you have some better ones, sometimes you're just at the bottom of the totem pole. But it was still a good match. So what was strangely not the main event, but was still an incredibly awesome match, was for the NXT Men's Championship match between Aleister Black and Andrade Cien Almas. And this is the championship match that everybody deserves to see. This is a match that went on for an incredibly long amount of time and went against two incredibly decent NXT superstars. And this was a match that could have gone either way the entire time. And you had a definite face, which was Aleister Black, and a definite heel with Andrade Almas. And they both played to their roles perfectly. I could have not have seen a more perfect match in the recent history in the last few months, or if not the past year or so. These two put on a heck of a match, and I would say it was number one. But I mean, if it wasn't an A+ match, it was definitely an A shy of an A+ match. I mean, it was absolutely perfect. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time for this particular match, and eventually Aleister Black won, and it was without a doubt awesome. Awesome match, uh, especially for a championship match. It was something. I mean, at any point in time, either guy could have won. There was interference. There was last second, pullouts or Uh, anyway, great match. Once again, NXT has far surpassed the main roster. Apologize for the burp there, but we'll move on to the last match. So, last of the 5 matches scheduled for NXT Takeover New Orleans was Johnny Gargano versus the other guy, Tommaso Ciampa. And without a doubt, this is the kind of match when they say unsanctioned, meaning that there was no disqualifications, no countouts, no DQs or anything. This was a brutal match. In fact, after watching it for the first time, I actually had to go back and watch it again just because the match was itself was about half an hour to 45 minutes long, but you just did not realize just how long the match was and how good the match was until you watched it again. Time flew by without even realizing just how good this match was and just how brutal these two took these guys to the next level. Um, I I have to say, phenomenal, phenomenal match. These guys are without a doubt at the top of their game. This is something that I wish the top roster could do. It is something I believe any of the guys can do at any point in time. But for some reason, uh, Grandpa Vince can't seem to let these guys do their thing. And I truly hope that maybe one day he'll let these guys, let the reins loose on these guys. So, anyway, excellent match. This is another match where, while I feel the 6-man ladder match was the best match of the night, this was a very, very close second. So, anyway, go see this match if you haven't seen it. All right, so that's it for my particular review on NXT New Orleans Takeover. Uh, I believe I only got a handful of them right. I know I got the Amber Moon and the Aleister Black matches correctly, and I believe I got the Gargano match correct. So that was 3 out of 5, which is a 60%. Uh, so that's still failing in grade school, but that's okay. Anyway, my son watched actually part of it with me, and he made the same assessment that the NXT brand is better than the main brand, and I think I'll follow that up in another video on why NXT is better than the WWE main roster. So look for that. Anyway, what did you think of NXT Takeover? Did you think it was a good show, or did you think it was better than WrestleMania? Post it in your comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to hear more of my ramblings when it comes to wrestling, TV, movies, sports, whatever, hit that subscribe button. Also, you can hit that notification bell, and if YouTube gets around to it, it might let you know when I post a new video. But if you follow me on Twitter, and my link is on my banner, Twitter will let you know every single time I upload a video. So you can follow me there. Anyway, I'm out of here. See you guys again. Peace.